So this is an update to cloudpctemplates.com where I added one more mode of login in AI Playground. Earlier there was Hugging Face API key. This directly works with the API key directly you can put here. This does not require any backend to be running. Ollama local API is the local API you have to run, but this also requires your API key from Ollama, as this talks to Ollama cloud models. Then HF local is Hugging Face local API, but even this requires a API key as it talks to Hugging Face cloud models. And this is the mode that got newly added, Ollama offline model API. This one works with offline models. So any model that you have installed in your local using Ollama, those will work. As you can see, in this case, I'm having just one model, so that is only showing up. If I switch to Ollama local API, this is the cloud one. So I'm already running the backend, which has the API key passed when I'm running it. In this case, you can see the cloud one has a lot of models here. Local will show only those models which you have downloaded. For setting up Ollama, you need to download Ollama from ollama.com, and then if you do an Ollama list, you will be initially seeing nothing because you will not be having any model downloaded. But once you start interacting with its UI, or you can run Ollama run any model name, that will get downloaded locally in your system first time. After that, you don't need to. For example, in this case, if I'm doing Ollama list, I'm seeing two of the models. This is a cloud model, that's when size is not being shown. But Ollama 3 0.6 billion parameter is a local model. It is 522 MB. I can run it offline. I can turn off my Wi-Fi and it will still work. So, for example, if I have to run this, so this was started. I can type in message, it will think and it will respond. Okay, so just like in regular API, but since it is a smaller model, this will have less capability, but you can explore more Llama model. And if you're based on how much your system can handle, you can even try out some bigger models. So let's try this. So this works as the other modes. So there is no change into that one. UI has no change. Just a new proxy needs to be downloaded, which I'm already running. This one you need to run with node space this file name wherever this is present, and this one, since it is local model, you don't have to provide any API key. And then continue. You'll be taken up to the same chat interface. You can type any message. Even the agent flow works the same way. So if I check the agent mode and go to drop agents, right now I'm running only tools explorer. You can drop any of these and run these. These doesn't require any API key because these are just usual Node.js code. One has some APIs exposed for reading the files. It is read only, so there is this agent cannot take any write operation on your files. This is web explorer. This uses DuckDuckGo HTML parsing, so it calls DuckDuckGo endpoint with your query, and then from its HTML response, it tries to get the title of the results, top 5 results, and based on that context, AI can enrich your response whatever you are asking. Tools Explorer is the agent that provides some of the APIs that checks versions of your application, like Java version, Python version, Node version, NPM version. Those things you can ask. So you can see this is already running. In your case, you will have to drop it first and then node space that file name you have to do. But since it is already running, I will just close. And in the agent mode, I can ask questions like what version of Node and Java are installed. And this is first time trying with this local model, so I'm not sure if it will work as well as the cloud models. It looks like it worked, so it was able to extract first extraction part also it did properly. It came up with the model replied that it needs to do these two API calls to actually know it. One is localhost 302. This is the agent for the toolings agent. So localhost 3032 version tool node, and the second API that it set to be called is 3032 version 12 Java. Then these are the response from that. So using these response, it created another prompt which provided all these context. And if you submit this, they will response with that integer data. It is local model, so it is taking time for even this smaller prompt. So Node.js is 24.19.6 and Java is this one. And these are indeed the correct answers, as you can even toggle this to see whatever the API returned that was running in your local. So see, this is the OpenJDK installed 17.0118, and this is and this is the node version. Based on these only, it summarized and looked like the response is coming from the system. So these are the two updates. I mean, one update, that is the login mode. One more login mode is there now.